My name is Bilal Kuşpınar, Professor of Islamic Philosophy and Sufism at Necmettin Erbakan University, Konya, Turkey. I have devoted most of my studies to understanding Mevlana Rumi's thought. And of course, my area of specialty is Islamic philosophy in general, but with an emphasis on 17th century Ottoman philosophy and Sufism. So part of my study involves Mevlana Rumi's tradition and thought, and as understood and interpreted mainly in Islamic civilization in the general framework of Islamic thought, in particular within the context of Ottoman thought and philosophy. As far as the topic that we will talk about during our seminar is concerned, the person whom we're gonna really discuss in our seminar will be Mevlana Muhammad bin Jalaluddin al-Balkhi al-Rumi, who has been hailed and admired throughout the centuries after his death by numerous scholars, intellectuals, thinkers, Sufis, and mystics all over the world, and who is in fact a world-renowned poet, of course, a Muslim scholar and thinker, Gnostic, as we say, Arif. Mainly, we will focus on his Masnavi, and we will select several passages from the Masnavi, maybe also in connection with his other writings such as Divan and also Fihi Ma Fi, but mainly, of course, reading from the Masnavi. Since this will be a seminar in Germany, I would like to answer to your question by referring to one of the great scholars who passed away 2003, who had devoted most of her studies to Rumi and Rumi's work. She had fascination and love of Rumi, Annemarie Schimmel. She mentions that it would be difficult to find any literary work or mystical work that has been composed between Istanbul and Bengal that contains no reference to Rumi. So Rumi is a message and a thought is so vibrant, so dynamic, so lively. He has a lot of messages and lessons to today's, humanity, in particular today's youth, and in a world that we are living and constantly changing, and the values have been changing. So here we have Rumi, who has a lot to offer, what I may consider from the pearls of wisdom in terms of spirituality, in terms of understanding the existence of human being and the relationship between us, the rest of humanity, and of course, relationship between us and the creature and the environment.